you know, I'm going to keep doing some of the long ones because I just always kind of felt like it was like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood or something, you know. You get kind of invited into their house for a little while and you just, you know, you just kind of have you be a part of his day and talk and stuff. So, you know, I still like the long ones, even if I get rambly. I know there's some people who that doesn't bother. I can't, you know, I'm talking about way too many things at once. So this other thing, okay. So yesterday, this update thing popped up again, and it was Mel K talking to somebody, and I keep wanting to see this stuff because there's a lot going on, and I want to see like when people are saying, "Oh, this happened or that happened." Like I'd heard there was no taxes taken out of some checks. So then I asked somebody who was getting paid, and they said they did have taxes taken out of their check. So then it's like, you know, I don't know the other people. Maybe some companies are not. Maybe you know, I'm not saying that they're lying or anything. I don't know. There's a lot going on because we are pockets. You know, we're little corrals all over the place. So they, you know, different things are going on in different places. So, you know, I don't know, but there is stuff going on, and the financial collapse has a lot to do with, you know, where we're headed. So that I have been paying attention. But so in this one, this was kind of funny because I've noticed this with a lot of people. Like when I was going around and listening to different groups, because that's what I always did, and that is what has helped me to be, you know, where I could see things more clearly, because I didn't get blocked by like, well, I'm not gonna listen to what they have to say. I'm not listening to what they have to say. You know, I was listening to everybody, while other people were judging. I'm not listening to them. I was listening to everybody, and I started getting a way bigger picture. But it's funny because how many people in these different groups were so isolated to their group. And they, like, there were so many that were so focused on this happening, but had no idea about all the other stuff happening. And now so many are starting to see a much bigger picture. You know, they're starting to understand so much more. All of a sudden you see these spiritual channels coming out like, oh my God, they're manipulating us. They're lying to us and stuff. So, and then you see, you know, other people who have been pushing about Jesus and stuff coming out and saying, oh my God, you know, that's all a lie. You got to get in touch with your spirit. You know, like everybody's starting to get it and put it all together. So it is really cool. But in this one, I think it was Red Pill Society. I think this is called Red Pill Society or something like that. And I think it was two brothers. When a lot of shows used to be on YouTube, I saw a lot of different shows. But then they took so many people off. You know, they just did the clean sweep off of all these social medias. I'm lucky I haven't been hit on this one, but I have been hit several times on the other ones. So, anyways, and I don't know all the stuff. Some of the things when I was listening, the reason they were clean sweeping all these channels is because they were talking so much about current events and what was really happening and what they were hiding on the news. And the news is like, we can't have that out there. Take them down, take them down. So there was just channels just being freaking taken down because they were telling, you know, what's going on that the news isn't reporting. But the news wants to manipulate us and keep us, you know, how they want us to think and what they want us to see and how they want us to look at things. And then when you find out the news is all owned by the corporations who own the big pharma, who own the hospitals, who own it's just like, oh my God, this is sick, sick, sick. So, anyways, he was, before when I was seeing him talking, they were talking a lot about, you know, current events. So I don't really know, you know, that much about him. And then this one she was having yesterday, he was talking about the same kind of thing, I think, as that show that I had just said on Gaia channel about the hidden magic or whatever. There's the hidden, I said it the other day. I'll have to look if somebody wants to know. It's on Gaia channel. It's brand new, and it's about the hidden secrets and the hidden societies in our world. And so they, he was talking a lot about that, like occult stuff and, you know, everything. The thing that gets me is that there starts being, because there's a lot of people who haven't, the stuff that he looked into a lot, he said, you know, he'd been looking into this stuff for like 25 years, and he knew a lot about that stuff. But there was some stuff where I think, you know, I'll hear people say, and I'll think, that's not right. So I don't know if, I just think there's a lot of misinformation, especially in regards to reincarnation and the New Age, and, you know, it's really getting a bad rap and getting pulled into this whole Luciferian agenda and stuff like that. And I've talked about this so much, but it seems like it just comes up over and over and over. And one thing I was excited about, though, is he started talking something about aliens, and Mel K said that, you know, I used to not believe in that stuff, but now I'm seeing everything so differently. Now I am seeing, you know, and that's the whole thing, is that it was always there. They've just been lying about it. And, but people are starting to see, and that is the most important thing that is going to come out, because it is all about who and what we are and what we're doing here. So it's really huge and significant, and more is coming out about it. And that's why there's all these little, you know, the news, oh, somebody saw a spaceship. Oh, you think there's really aircraft? You think there's really aliens? And, you know, and then you have all these different people releasing footage of all these different ships that people are seeing, because, you know, this is going to be a huge part of the disclosure, is all about that, and spirit and consciousness. I don't think they're going to, you know, show these people who are committing crimes against humanity. They're going to show, you know, this arrest, and these people are going to go down, because it's part of our completion of that cycle, you know, to see justice so that we can release it and we can move on. And so we're going to go through that process, you know, and as much as you want to attach to that process is what energy you need to give to it to process the experience. So everybody's going to go through it in different ways. And when he was talking about that stuff, there's just so much of people who think, like, if you understand how energy works, well, then you're trying to master the dark arts or something. And, you know, and that's associated with Lucifer and Satan and all of this stuff that are all these three-dimensional concepts that they've given us to keep us in line. You know, go watch The Village. You know, I'm surprised that they don't go put on a little double suit and run around chasing us to try and get us to be more scared. But that is, you know, The Village, just like so many other movies, show all the time what they're doing to us and how they're doing it. And they disclose it all the time. We just think it's entertainment. So you know, they're trying to use the devil and Lucifer and all this stuff to keep us in line, to scare us. But when you are connected to your soul, when your soul isn't distracted by these people, and you are connected to your soul, you're connected to God. You are a God. You are a piece of God inside of you. The part of you that's alive is your God particle. So you know the rules. You don't need anybody to come in and tell you the rules. They're already imprinted into you. They're imprinted in your DNA. And you should be able to start figuring out how to manipulate energy, but you got to understand the laws of energy. You got to understand the laws of life and stuff. And if you're not connected to your soul's not giving you the information. You're just trying to, that's what some of this stuff where people, you know, there are a lot of people hadn't gone through their growing and their all of their soul stuff, and then they were already jumping straight in, like going to the 6th chapter. Well, let's see what we can do with energy. I get this, you know, because you know your power and go in and do it. But the thing is you're probably breaking some rules, and you're held responsible when you do. You get, you can't go in and start manipulating energy and stuff like that, just freely. You know, you have your avatar, and you go in and you start trying to mess with other ones and get them to do what you want them to do, and messing with free will and stuff. You know, you're not supposed to do that. So, and that is, you know, where it started being that they called people witches and stuff, because, you know, there was people who could master energy and understand how to make it work. And people were scared of that because not everybody could do it. So they got scared of it. And, you know, well, you're a witch. You know, something wrong with you. You're evil. And there's been so much experiences with sorcery, shaman, witches. Like, everybody's gone through these experiences in other lives to experience that control over energy. So I'm about to start coughing. I want to be back.